Welcome back to the GFL. I'm glad you could join us tonight. We have a great game. It's a clash of the conferences. We have the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Don't go anywhere. Kickoff is next.
Before the game, let's take a look at our current standings. We have 7 teams from the AFC, 7 teams from the NFC. A 13-game regular season where every team plays each team once. Then, when the playoffs come around, the top 5 teams from each conference makes the postseason, with the last 2 teams from each conference saying, bye-bye, see you later. Here's a look at the upcoming schedule. Now, let's go down to the field for kickoff.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brandon Gaughan, Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A short throw to Ingram. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw in. Complete to Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They go play action now. Lawrence. This complete to Jones. Second catch for him to Devin, and it'll wind up the first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A nice gain of 21 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on door, first and goal. Here's Lawrence. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on first and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try
under pressure, and they got to him again. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Now Lawrence going quickly there, but it's incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. Well, also a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And when you watch him play, everything just looks like it comes so naturally to him. When he's dialed in and finds that zone, passes are crisp, he sees the field really well, and he takes charge as the leader of this offense.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd.
Man, that ain't make
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Throwing is Hurts. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. They're already trailing here in this 1st quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 3. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hurts. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field is halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
A 56-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out and try and run for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5. Brings us 2nd and 5. The Eagles 49-yard line.
They go play action with Lawrence. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%. There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain. 4th down. Here's Lawrence. Able to find the open there. That's complete. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. I don't know about you, but I'm going to give them a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally, you just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off. Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting? A lot of confidence there, though, because even if they overcommit, you just want to make sure you get the first down. You throw an incompletion on 4th down there, they're going to second-guess you the rest of the game. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack. And they say it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 36 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Now, he's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain. And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, bye-bye. He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it. Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one. Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here. Covering a lot of field. He'll drop to throw. Throwing left sideline there. It's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. 2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Taken from just outside the 30.
A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Lawrence. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
A good position to be in here, second and inches. From midfield now, Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him the first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. On first and 10, it's Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed on that route. He's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
It's a throw again as Lawrence. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Second and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Screenplay, here's ETN. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Second and 10. He'll look to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's get him going, baby. Oh, let's turn it up.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw here. And his throw is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. Hurts fumbles it, and the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're going to have a first down and also well into field goal range, all the way down to the 15 here. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jags were treated to a strong first half.
Welcome, everyone. I'm your host, Jay. This is the GFL Halftime Show. Thanks for joining us, and welcome to the live GFL Halftime Show. It's another great night for football, and we've got a great game here tonight. It's currently halftime, and both teams are in the locker room. Both coaches are in the back making adjustments right now. Time will tell if that can help them coming out to the second half. There's still a lot of football left to be played, and anything can still happen. Thanks for joining us for the GFL Halftime Show. The second half kickoff is next. I'll see you next time.
From their franchise quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Scott on the return out of the end zone, and just shutting him off there. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
This is Swift on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They go play action with Hurts. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They go play action now. Lawrence. And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Now Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game, and a first down on that last catch as well.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Man in motion is Agnew. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Lawrence. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Etienne up the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. On the return, Boston Scott. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Hurts sets up to throw it. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Fourier Aluakon finding his way to the ball for a stop, a tackle for loss.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll run with Etienne. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Good gain there on first down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And they'll run with ETN. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. But they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
ETN will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. That kind of puts the bow on what has been a complete performance, Charles. They're pitching a shutout on the other side in this offense. They've done their thing well, too.
Yeah, this game has been an all-out effort from them on every snap, and there's a good amount of pride on the line right now. They want to finish what they started. They want this shutout preserved.
Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. But first down, Hurts. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.